What makes this story so special is often we hear a lot of people call the show and they tell us about their journey and their plight and their idea and their concept, and they build these small businesses, and we give folks this platform to promote it, and then they create these networks of people who reach out, who want to support, who want to follow. And we've seen this happen time after time. And we've been watching this happen with Blanket Pancakes. And the thing that's most impressive about them, even though we spoke years ago, they would keep in tune with me and tell me some of the advancements that they made as a business. And every time I would read these messages, I would be so impressed. We even had a few conversations. I wanted to help. And I realized that right here is the best way I think I could help, is to allow them to come on this platform as much as they want to talk about their business. One of the reasons why I think it's important is because small businesses run America. You know, it's important that we have small businesses, mom and pop businesses, as they call them, family businesses, so you can pass these things on and create these family legacies. This is how we create what they call generational wealth. These folks have kids who will hopefully one day want to take over the business and run the business, and it continues, and then it elevates your family through the generations. This is why we do this. Right now, Blanket Pancakes, they're thriving. Give them a big round of applause. They're shining. They flew up here to cook for us. They got a lot of opportunities, and they got a lot of potential, but they also need a lot of help. Blanket Pancakes, this is how we make our small businesses and our communities win. We have to invest. We have to invest, whether it's through marketing, promotion, or even just money, finances. We have to invest to keep this business or businesses like this afloat, because they're hiring locally. They're hiring people from our community, folks who probably couldn't get jobs otherwise. They're giving people careers. They're doing all of this, but it started in their own kitchen. It started in their own kitchen back in 2017 is when they started, well, probably started before that, but they started doing the research to learn how to thrive in this marketplace of selling pancakes and syrup, which isn't easy. It's a lot of product out there, right? And a lot of product that is cheaper than the product that perhaps they make. And when I say cheaper, not just monetarily, but nutritionally, it's cheaper. And you're paying for what you get. So I want to give out this information before we have this conversation. Folks could go to Start Engine. We need everybody to invest in blanketps.com. Go to the Start Engine platform and invest in blanketps.com. We want Blanket Pancakes to win. We want them to keep feeding our kids. Their syrup doesn't have any high fructose in it. You know, even their pancake mix, they got glucose. What do you call it?
Gluten-free.
Is it gluten? Y'all got gluten-free?
We haven't released it yet.
Oh, I'm going too soon. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm jumping the gun. Devin was looking at me like, you blowing it, dog. It was good up until that point.
Stumbling over that tongue again.
All right. But listen, here it is.
Keep flowing.
What?
Just had to get weird.
Frequency Friday.
If you're starting a new business or you got a new business off the ground and you need some insight and some advice from people who learned it from the bottom, now they're here, call us up. We got Devin and Marquita Carter from Blanket Pancakes and Syrup. They are here with us right now. 888-742-3345. Get this game. Y'all, welcome to the show.
Welcome back.
Whatever, Heather.
Thank you guys. Wow.
Thank you.
It is a blessing to be here with you all today. You know, it's like when you said with 2020 when we first got connected, and I'm thinking back some of the stuff you told us the first time we spoke, and we had that private phone conversation. We couldn't imagine the leather world right now because what we've been able to accomplish since then, we've grown over 10x. In those 3 years.
They've grown 10 times what they were in 3 years.
God bless.
So we have products in maybe about 5 stores locally.
Yeah.
We've hit close to 3,000 stores since then. We have, reached 7 figures in our revenue.
Yes.
We're set to double that this year.
Yes.
And we just opened up our business for opportunities for investment.
Wow.
We felt like right now is the perfect time for us because we've gotten to that stage now where we're not just starting a concept. We got past the whole mom and pop stage. We've gotten to the point now where we are players in this industry. Whether people know it or not, we have a footprint. We're working with some of the largest restaurant chains in the country, some of the largest retailers, through our own products, but also developing products for them as well.
Are you able to share some of those restaurants and retailers?
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
Because NDAs
most
are real.
of them, NDAs.
Yeah.
Wish I could. But it gives me kind of like a 5 heartbeats moment every time I see it, because literally thousands of stores carry our products without our name on it. And I look at the reviews and, some of the viral, TikToks and people make about some of these products, and I'm like, now why can't you do that about Blanket? It literally, don't get me started, because
it's literally the same product with a different package.
Exactly.
Right?
But that's just the power of exposure and awareness. And you've helped us with that. You've helped us understand, how to, share our message. You've given us that platform and opportunity to do that, which is why we're here now. We feel like it's a perfect time in the business where we're at, where we can now create opportunities for economic growth and development for others.
That's it.
Which is why we've offered equity to our community, not just, VCs, not just private equity, because we've taken in, some other investors as well. But it was important that we give the citizens an opportunity to invest in Blanket.
Devin Carter, Blanket Pancakes. Citizens, you hear this?
Wow.
You could become a business owner.
Equity.
You could become a business owner simply by investing in Blanket Pancakes. You become one of the owners as well as you become an investor. Go to the Start Engine platform and go to blanketsps.com. Let's get it, man. Let's elevate them.
Woo! We all know that when it comes to business, there's so many different layers and steps and processes within a process. For you guys, starting off when you were at the level of a mom and pops, and then now where we're at with 7 figures, what was the first challenging task that had a hell of a learning curve but you gained, versus what's the most challenging aspect now?
Okay. Yeah. I can give you a lot. And that's probably why he looked at me, because we have a lot. We have a lot
real.
of
I'll let you choose which one you want
challenges.
to talk about.
Which one? Pick one up. So one of the main things were, I can honestly say, is finances. Going back to that biggest piece, and not only that, finding good people to work with that can see your vision and really push it out. We noticed that it's great that we can shout to the mountaintop and tell people, hey, we got a great product, but we really need for the community to also shout that too.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when we go into the marketplace, we're literally competing against these large brands, and these large brands, they have the capital, to actually push whatever marketing initiatives.
I remember when we go back
brands.
to our first deal we had with the first retailer, Food Line. They were putting us in 500 stores. We had just gotten to our commercial location. We had ordered all the products to get ready to ship this out, getting a loan, and then at the last minute they pulled the funds.
Yeah.
So we were literally like maybe 2-3 weeks away from going under and fulfilling this deal. And we were like, well, what are we going to do? But I keep going back to the fact that God didn't bring us this far to fail. And we made some phone calls. We talked to our vendors. We have some awesome partners we have, and to manufacture our products. Told them what the situation was. And, we were able to negotiate better terms so that we could fulfill that order. Same thing happened when we started with Walmart. We thought, okay, now we got this contract with Walmart. We're going to get our products in stores, and, everything's going to open up for us. So we started going to the banks. Charlotte's full of banks. Everyone was like, oh, that sounds great. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Because no one wanted to be the first to invest in us. And once we were able to secure that deal without any funding at that time, we weren't able to get a loan at that time when we first got our Walmart deal. But again, being able to be savvy, work with the team that we have, the people we have, let them know what's going on. They believed in us enough to give us that opportunity, that runway. And then, the finances started coming after we proven out that we're worth it.
I remember when we came, the last show that we had with everybody, and one of the things that pointed out to me was just get started.
Yep.
So honestly, when we first started, we didn't see, we saw a vision, but we were working towards just really pure passion, and what we knew helped our family, and we know that can help the others. Honestly, we were angry when we went to grocery stores and we saw that in the grocery store aisles there was really no representation of our CPG, and there's some good CPG brands that you guys have, or a good recipe that you have that you just really don't know how to get out or whatever. But my husband and I, when we first started, of course, with my health complications, that's what promoted us to start making our own products. And when we started making our own products, it eventually went to churches, to friends, and it began to grow with word of mouth. So, to make a long story short, we took that passion. I remember the show that we had before, and the biggest thing that they continue to say is just get started. Even if you don't see how you're going to make it, when you have passion, other people can see that. They reflect off that. They mirror that, and that's how it flows.
Faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
You have to start, but at the same time, you also have to be practical. I mean, we invested everything we had, but I made calculated risk. I made sure that, hey, I'm not going to put my family on the street. I ain't going to, mortgage the house away. So we were very practical with it, and we had these established relationships well in advance. So when Plan A didn't work, we went to Plan B. Sometimes we even had to pull out a Plan C. But we knew what we were doing. We knew what we were capable of. And when we walked into these rooms with these large restaurants, these retailers, we walk with confidence.
Yeah.
And they see that.
Yeah, and that's important. I love it, man. Devin and Marquita Carter from Blanket Pancakes and Syrup are here. You got to get that vanilla bean. You got to get that mixed honey, that buttermilk. You got it. They got 3 different types of syrups, right? Is it 3?
Yeah.
Yes.
3, up to 3 now, right?
It's 3.
Listen, they sent me something, man. I was a pancake king for a long time. I didn't even tell people. I told people it was my mix.
You see, you part of the problem, Sway.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Look, we got questions. If you're starting a business, if you want to become a business owner, you can invest. Go to Start Engine, that platform, and look up blanketsps.com, and you can support our team. This is your family. Think how much money you spend on those other pancake brands that belong to those corporations that doesn't benefit your community, that doesn't give back to your community. Now it's like you investing in your community. Right? They said not enough people talk about their brand that talk about other brands. That's really their brand, but with different brand names.
Ain't that something?
So we got to start talking about their brand. Blanket Pancakes and Syrup. You got any questions? 888-742-3345. We have special guests with us, Devin and Marquita Carter, that are owners of Blanket Pancakes and Syrup. I want to say it again. If you want to become a business owner and that's not in your wheelhouse, today is your day.
Ooh.
Today is your day. You could become a business owner simply by investing in blanketps.com. Go to the Start Engine platform and invest in blanketps.com. And know that every time you see that brand on the shelves, every time you see people eating that brand on their plates, you might even see it with product placement in movies. You know that you had a lot to do with that, and that's something that you have proprietorship in that by investing in Blanket Pancakes and Syrup. They're here to share their experiences as small business owners. If you have any questions, hit us up. We're going to go to Connecticut. Lori's on the line with us right now. Rise and shine,
Yay!
Lori. What up, Lori?
What up, Lori?
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Start with Joe Madison, Fly Eagle Fly,
Yes.
encouraging,
Yes.
so motivating. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Carter.
Hi.
I like that.
Congratulations
Thank you.
on your growth,
Thank you.
perseverance. I mean, amazing to hear just the small part of your story. And I'm a small business. Baking is my niche. And just wanted to ask, Sway, I owe you a cake. I tried to catch you while you were in the D.C. area and missed you.
That's
so I owe
you.
you.
Yeah, Lori, you owe me cake.
That's me, absolutely. I do. Well, you know what?
What you
We haven't
mean?
discussed it, but now that we're here, whatever you like.
Okay, cake.
Whatever you like. I tried to catch you and Miss Heather while you were here in the D.C. area. I live in the D.C. area now, but I'm born, raised up in Connecticut area, so I claim Connecticut hard. But whenever you're ready, I will deliver it. I will ship it. You tell me how you want it. But Mr. and Mrs. Carter,
Chill. Yo, I've been having some champagne. That conversation.
Careful.
Yo. All right, Laura, you got a question. Let's
Agreed.
get to the question. Let's get back to
Right.
the profession.
Just how do they stay encouraged? I mean, just hearing the story of having, the funds pulled at the last minute and just the various challenges that you may have, how do you continually stay motivated and encouraged?
Wow, I think it's really the vision and knowing what we're doing to impact our community, and not just our community, but we see worldwide. We know that we're not just making a pancake mix. We're literally hopefully changing lives and changing the way people think about food. And so I think that the biggest thing is, what really keep us encouraged is knowing that when we go to work every day, we're not just working for ourselves and our legacy. We're working for the community. We're working for everyone else. Because if you think about, not getting into the grocery stores, but the partners that we have now, like Walmart and Costco's, the people who, saw the vision, taste our products and gave us the opportunity. Mm-hmm. This is the same thing we told them. We need to disrupt the grocery aisles because it's too many products that's not representing exactly what we need. So that's honestly what give us the encouragement to go on, because and also just
I would say one of the things we talk about a lot is lead with excellence.
Yeah,
everything we do has to be excellent, and we do that because it's demanded of us. That this is the way we operate, this is how we lead our kids, this is how we lead our lives. But if we're to be walking examples, if we're walking testimonies, then that pressure that we have to, I don't say perform, but to be obedient to the calling that we have. That, I think, is what really motivates me the most. There are times where I've seen my wife cry about certain things, and just the stress that we have between, how are we going to get this out?
Yeah.
Oh, she's a big crybaby.
Yeah.
Only in front of me.
Look at that.
Only in front of me, though. But I think about, okay, well, what can I do to ease that burden off of her? And if I keep focusing on what I can do for her, I'm not focusing about what's happening with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's the same way we think about, our lives is to serve. So I focus on the service and not so much, how I'm feeling in the moment, but, the calling and the purpose I have.
I'll get you through it.
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up, because as an entrepreneur, and you said that you have a small business, listen, it's not going to be easy. Mm-hmm. Anything that's worth getting something is not going to be easy, but you have to find exactly what motivates you, and everybody will have a different motivation. Whether it's legacy, whether it's that you're making a change in some community,
whether it's you want to reach a certain level of financial, independence. Mm-hmm. You have to focus on that. What's that motivating factor for you?
Yeah.
You have to look forward to the future that you have, that that you're called to be in what you're called to do, and not what you're going through in the present.
Hey, Lori, and give them a round of applause.
Yes.
Because they don't do radio interviews, and so they're giving up a lot of information right now, and it's very sincere. Mm-hmm. I just got to teach them how to shorten their answers, Lori. Thank you. You're a citizen, Lori. Okay.
They just met Mural Man for the first time.
Oh yeah.
It's Mural Man.
Go get him, Mural Man.
Mural Man. The black man is gone.
I just want to make sure I tell the people the truth.
Okay.
All right.
He's a super bully.
No problem.
Appreciate that, bro.
No, I got you, family. All right, we got Roland on the line from San Antonio, Texas. Go ahead, Roland.
Roland.
What's up?
Rolling down the river.
What up?
What up, man?
I wanted to ask, what does it take, man? I'm a small business. I'm an electrical company. I'm an electrical contractor. I want to know what it takes to get bigger. What do you do? What do you do to expand, to grow?
You work and operate on the level in which you want to be on, and not the level you're on now. I would say we've never looked at ourselves as a small business. We've always operated as a large corporation. Even with just the two of us. Before we had employees, we had employee manuals. We had orders of operations. When we have meetings, we have stand-up meetings in the morning. If we don't have anybody else in the office, we're still going to follow that process. We're going to go through those steps. And again, it's just walking in a certain level of excellence. And
so y'all would have meetings even if it was no one there?
Yeah.
Just y'all two.
Just the two of you. And you would conduct it with minutes and the whole thing, format the meeting, and okay.
Keep the meeting notes, and we reference that later on, and we have to have recaps. Well, we go through a whole project management process, and root cause analysis on simple things that we may be going through in the business, and we keep that process going, because what you do on this level, you're going to promote, and it's going to grow with you. So,
what kind of things, when you go out to get a business loan or investment, what kind of presentation did you create? How should they prepare for that pitch? What should you include?
Oh man. So one, I think, the first is just a short blurb of who you are. Mm-hmm. So I think that should be the first thing, of who you are, what you do in your business, in your pitch deck, and then you will flow into what you're trying to solve. So the biggest thing for a pitch deck is what you do, who you are, and what you're solving.
Yeah, and showing how well you know your industry. Mm-hmm. Even if you haven't had established customers, you should know what the industry looks like. You should be able to forecast what demand should be, and you can benchmark that off of other people in your industry to figure that out.
SWOT
analysis or comparable analysis.
Yeah, comparable analysis, comparable.
Right.
Minus the champagne Heather gave me, I would have said that would have knocked that out.
Why you keep coming back to me? I want to ask this electrician. What is your social media?
It's called South Texas Wiring. That's the name of my business.
And that's the social media?
Yes, ma'am. On everything.
South Texas Wiring?
Yes.
Is it abbreviated or spelled out completely?
That's all together.
Do you do residential or commercial?
I do both.
Okay. Do you also subcontract under larger, for larger projects?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. Because that's the biggest thing. Even if your name isn't on the front of it, you can subcontract under, doing an apartment building to a skyscraper, an electrical engineer. Because I have plenty of friends who own, what's Paul's company? He has a construction company.
Yeah.
So they're building skyscrapers, they're building all these facilities, and, having your certifications in place. So if you're a minority, woman-owned business, having those certifications, having the insurance license bonded, being able to present that, a one-page document that you can take in, and not just say, hey, I'm license bonded, but being able to present your information, plead your case, that's why you're the best contractor to work with for this particular project. That carries so much weight, because those references is everything in that business.
Yeah. And I would like to suggest to you as well, citizen, because I'm on your...
Roland,
I'm on your Instagram page right now. So I own a home. This looks extremely overwhelming to me. And you probably do great work. But if I'm home by myself and the power goes out and they tell me to go check the box, I don't really know what to do. And you being an experienced guy, you should do tutorials like that on your Instagram. Like, there are a lot of people who are in a home that don't know. Hit this button, I hit this light, this switch, and then the kitchen goes out. But the bedroom is out. We don't know simple things sometimes. And you go to these pages and these companies and I'm looking at mansions. I'm like, I can't even relate to it, So I think sometimes to Devin's and Marquita's point, you forget about the little people, your audience and the people that you're speaking to. And if I know I could trust you and see you, help me do something simple, I'm going to be like, well, let me call my electrician. Let me call this guy. So don't forget about the little people, I would say. Make tutorial videos that may be 101 to you, but it's like $1 million worth of game to us.
Yeah, and to Heather's point, because if you hashtag whatever your tutorial is, let's say light switches or rain gutters or whatever it is, people don't even have to follow you for them to come across your content.
Right.
So you could be helping somebody and then they can spread the word. Yo, I found out how to do this by stumbling across this guy's page. So use social media to your advantage. It's free and it can boost your profile and your social image incredibly.
Yeah.
Hey, Roland, you're a citizen, man. Congratulations,
Good luck, brother.
You're gonna do it, man.
I appreciate it.
Don't forget about us.
Appreciate it for the advice.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all. Have a good day.
Okay, you too, family. All right.
Damn good advice.
Listen, when you go into these markets, these grocery stores, or wherever you shop for food, which really isn't food, 90% of that stuff isn't real.
That part.
Ask for Blanket Pancakes as much as you can. When you go into these chains, when you go into these stores, hey, do you got Blanket Pancakes and syrup? Hey, I was looking in your mix aisle. Do you have blanket pancakes and syrup? Can you guys get that? Are you familiar? You're
Right.
not? Oh, well, they do the best product. They have syrup with no high fructose. What is
High
it?
fructose corn
Yeah.
syrup.
Bro, just get off the word.
Yeah, it's just trying to leave y'all.
Just
Blame it on the goose.
I'm really trying to deliver that.
C-A-T.
Tongue stumbles
hey, y'all got fructose in here?
really good.
I really want these people to invest in blanket pancakes and syrup.
First of all, it's banging. Like, just start there.
Hell
It's
yeah.
amazing. I know a lot of us are dealing with people in our families with diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all of these different things. And they still love to have pancakes and waffles and syrup in the morning.
Comfort.
This is great product for them.
Their mantra, their mission statement. You want to read it, Tracy? You see their mission statement?
To provide a healthier alternative to fast food and quick meals to show people that food can taste good naturally.
Blanket
Period.
pancakes
Bang.
and syrup. Go to the Start Engine platform. Invest now. Become a business owner. Blanketsps.com when you go to that Start Engine. And if you want to follow them on social media, it's Blanket Pancakes on IG and across the board. Blanket Pancakes. Get to know them. Congratulations.
Good people. Good food.
Congratulations.
Thank you for the food. That was
Absolutely.
amazing.
Thank you
Yeah,
for the
amazing.
food.
Amazing.
Marquita and Devin, you guys
spread.
are awesome. Tell the family, tell the neighborhood,
Yeah.
tell your employees. We said peace. We love them and God bless.
Yes.
All right.
And we'll see y'all at 8 figures.
Yes. See you. Come back at 8 figures, and I'm gonna give you my application.
Billy talk. Billy talk.
Oh, hey,
Billy
Billy.
talk.
That's what I'm waiting.
I'm giving you mine because I know I'm a salesperson.
This ain't even got fructose.
Exactly.
Fructose, no fructose in this.
Fructose in this.
I guarantee you that. And to your PR, Serene.
Serene.
Yep.
Yeah, who was serving plates and everything, man. So,
right.
yeah, man, y'all got good people around you. All right, we want to thank our citizens for tuning in this week. We appreciate you all.
Tap out, homie.
I'm out. Let me say this, and then I'll let y'all close. To the Madison family, the Black Eagle, Joe Madison, and to your family, God be with you. We're praying for you. Know that you got extended family in us, and that Joe Madison's legacy will continue. I'm a part of his legacy. Heather and Tracy, we all are a part of his legacy. Anybody that works here in this company is a part of his legacy. This
Amen.
community is a part of his legacy because he's done so much to uplift it and change it for the better, and he never stopped fighting. And so I want to say it's been an honor to know Joe, the Black Eagle Madison, and I'm going to continue to know him. I'm going to read about him. I'm going to talk about him. And he is in here, and I will be forever grateful for him nominating me for the National Radio Hall of Fame. And helping me cement my legacy next to his. Ain't that something?
Wow.
Yeah, man. So round of applause for Joe, the Black Eagle Madison.
Yes.